11 Sports presents St. Luke's Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Parkland School District Stadium, the site for East Penn Conference football action tonight. It's our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. We got a good one for you. The Nazareth Blue Eagles with a record of 3-1, and the Trojans from Parkland also checking in with a record of 3-1. Hi and welcome, everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Matt Evancha. So glad you could join us on this Friday night in the middle of September, and still a great night in the Valley as we're getting those temperatures into the 70s tonight. We expect a great matchup. We're on the visitors' side press box this time. Last year we were above the press box. They keep moving us around. They like to shuffle us.
They do, and it's still a great venue. A great venue to see and watch a great high school football game tonight between these two teams.
As we take a look at Nazareth Blue Eagles under Tom Falzone in his 11th year at the helm. They're coming off a loss against Freedom by the score of 38-10. Peyton Falzone does it through the air and does it on the ground.
He does, and that 38-10 score doesn't really speak about what that game was like. Freedom, a very senior-heavy team, got a couple scores in a short span of time, which opened that gap up, and then it was just too much for the Blue Eagles to come back from. But Peyton Falzone is the catalyst for this team. Through the air, with his legs, the offensive line just has to get him some protection, allow him time to find his receivers, and if he does, he could pick apart any defense in the Lehigh Valley.
Well, on the other side, Tim Muntzman's been doing it now for 9 years with the Parkland Trojans. They're coming off of easy victory. They got the extra day because that was last Thursday against Pleasant Valley where they won by the score of 52-0. And we'll talk about Asmani Guzman, who's been their quarterback, and he's been really steady as of late.
He has, and I think the one thing Coach Muntzman really stressed was he's making smart plays. Other than one play against Freedom where he kind of made a misread, he's at 70% passing completion. Really doing a great job of getting the ball around to his playmakers, to his receivers, and allow them to make the plays. He doesn't put his teammates in bad positions, and he's being a leader that the teammates look up to.
We had a great one last year here at Parkland. It came down to the wire. We'll see what happens in this one. It's our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Back after this.
We're here with the second annual camp. We're just giving back, teaching the kids the game.
Be able to just give back to the community, give back to the kids, the next generation, which is something I feel so passionate about. It's always great for me just to come out here and support any way I can. No matter where, giving back to the community is important to me. So the relationship that me and St. Luke's have is great.
Guys got it, we're 1-1. I'm really a big believer that God puts us all in position, and God gave me a platform and to be able to work with St. Luke's and use our platform together to make change in our community, and that's what we are a good team can do.
Start moving again. You can trust St. Luke's to provide excellence in orthopedic care. St. Luke's is the region's leader in robotic orthopedic surgery for knee replacements and offers the latest hip navigation technology using digital guidance for hip replacement surgery. Orthopedic innovations that allow for new levels of precision and safety while advancing patient care. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
We are back. So glad you could join us here from Parkland School District Stadium. Al DeCarlo, Matt Evancha. So glad you could join us here for a great matchup in the East Penn Conference. Both teams, by the way, coming off losses against Freedom. Freedom right now, the top team to beat right now in the 6A classification, Matt. There's two other teams playing tonight, Liberty and Deereth. Deer for, I think it's been almost 30 years or so since they were 4-0 to start the season. But they go head-to-head tonight, so we'll see what happens there.
And Liberty being the other team at the top of the 6A classification with Freedom, that'll be a good matchup tonight to see, where is Deer with Coach Liddy and what are they putting out there. I mean, it's hard to see that a Deereth team at 4-0 is ranked 8th in the classifications for 6A. but it goes to who you're playing, what teams you're playing. But you play who's in front of you, and Deerf has played who's in front of them, and they've taken care of business. They're going to have their hands full tonight with the Hurricanes.
Let's take a look at the matchup here between these two teams and kind of how they fare off. I mean, obviously we talked about those two players, but it could be more than these two that are going to make the difference on who's going to win this game or not.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be. Can Caleb Newsom get free for Peyton Falzone? Can he be that deep threat for Nazareth? Can Marquez Wimberly at the running back position, can he take some pressure off of Falzone? And then also can TJ Lawrence in the running game for Parkland with Preston Mertz and Blake Nasri, can they also give Guzman some threats deep as opposed to just a short pass all the time?
Well, right now, A.J. Monsman is down on the field, and A.J. Monsman is back from East Stroudsburg University. He's got the connection as well. A.J.'s with us, and he's talked to both coaches. A.J.'s first thought. Here we go.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here, Orfield School District Stadium, Parkland School District Stadium. I apologize. I got a chance to talk to both coaches before the game. Coach Falzone told me it's going to be a battle of up front. He wants to know if we're good in the trenches. He's excited to see what they can do after a tough loss to Freedom. He's looking to come back strong. On the other side, Coach Monsman for Parkland said we got to put Peyton Falzone in tough decisions, making tough decisions. He wants to move a couple fronts around, move the secondary, see what he can do. He knows he's a great talent, great athlete going to Virginia Tech, and he's going to see what's what with Peyton Falzone. Guys, electric atmosphere down here. Great night for football, beautiful weather, stadium's packed. We're ready to roll. Guys, back to you.
All right, AJ, thanks a lot. And obviously David Micah Jr. is right next to him handling. It's great to have AJ. We know his insight is tremendous each and every time. He actually said to his dad, he said, some keys, and they actually spoke for like 10 minutes.
They did.
5 minutes. It was great.
That was great. And the fact that also, he's asking Coach Falzone questions as well. And he's like, you've been watching film with your dad, haven't you? He's been talking to you about this. And he's like, no. I'm not at home anymore.
Yeah,
I'm at East Stroudsburg.
Right.
These are things that I'm thinking about. Your offensive line play. How are they doing? Because again, I think when you look at the two teams, at the skill position, you have to put the favorite at Nazareth. But in the trenches, I think you put the favorite on Parkland. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out tonight.
St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke Sports is changing it. Support for D11Sports.com Game of the Week comes from Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Easton. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380. Located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC member, SIPC. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out D11Sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, and take part in our student internship program. And right now we pause and honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Got the particulars out of the way as we get ready for this game, and we get ready for our keys to the game for this matchup as both teams going to make their way onto the field. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today.
For Nazareth, as we talked about, it's the guys up front. Can they open up the running game for Marquez Wimberly, for Peyton Falzone? And can they offer pass protection? Can they give Peyton Falzone a little bit of more time to allow him to find those receivers, find the open areas in the zone, and push the ball down the field? And on defense, they need to prevent the big play. They can't allow Parkland to dictate the tempo and get out early and put them in a catch-up game right from the get-go.
And for the Parkland Trojans,
comes down to the same thing. They want to control the tempo. They want to control the line of scrimmage, the trenches. They want to see their offense come out and just methodically go down the field, take their time, chunk it out, and get points on the board and get it into the end zone. And then they need to take care of Peyton Falzone. They need to have eyes on him all the time. They're going to roll some coverage to Caleb Newsome. They're going to put some linebackers underneath coverage, get in his face, try to disrupt his routes as much as they can to allow them time to get to Falzone. But you have to watch out for some young receivers who are making names for themselves in Nazareth, in LaLuga and DiPietro.
So both teams have made their way to the field as the band will exit. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Keep your eye on the game and the score with digital scoreboards where every moment matters. Let's light up Friday night football. When it comes to towing, trailer, or auto body repair, experience matters. Let Ironton Auto Body put their 70-plus years of experience to work for you. Locally owned and operated with 24-hour emergency towing and recovery services, along with 24-hour trailer repair. When something goes wrong, don't trust it to anyone. Look no further than Ironton Auto Body. Let our family take care of your family. Call 610-799-3241. Located in Allentown, Enter.net has been providing business website design and online marketing services since 1995. If you're a business owner and want to learn how to make your online presence work for you, Enter.net is a great choice. They can develop a state-of-the-art website, help with your social media, and get your business to show higher on Google. They're running a big 40% off special for all D11 Sports viewers. Visit Enter.net online or call 610-437-2221, extension 4. Enter.net is a supporter of high school sports and wishing all the players good luck. No. Moments away, as you know, one thing you keep talking about. You remember last year when we were at this game, you say, all right, who's going to be that player? What's going to happen here? We said a lot of Tremba. Well, speaking of Tremba, Tegan Tremba, who is if we get this right this time, I'm going to make sure I do it right.
Go ahead.
They're brothers to her. Is that correct?
They are brothers to Tegan.
Okay, just want to make sure I have that right.
Ty and Trey Tremba, yes. Brothers to Tegan Tremba.
Gotcha. So Tegan, one of our student reporters, she's actually doing Parkland TV tonight. She's broadcasting it on Parkland TV. So if you want to shuffle and listen to her as well, you can do that. Shout out to her. Emma Kushner, another one of our student reporters here at Parkland. I also want to introduce Kara Koch. She's a senior at Nazareth. She's actually roaming the sidelines. Kara is. She's got her digital camera, and she's out there right now, and she's going to be doing some stuff with us, and we hope to hear from her during the halftime. And, of course, A.J. Monsman, who is at East Stroudsburg, and what he has done in the program for us and really taking it to another level and enjoying his moment as well.
And he's another one of those former D11 Sports broadcasters that is doing it in college and doing a lot of good with the platform that they were given while here.
It's Kara Koch, and I said to her, Kara, you're going to be busy all night. We're going to hopefully get you at halftime and talk about, what you're doing and the videos that she pushes out. I know Mrs. Durna does a great job with Nazareth, and we always have some great interns from them. One of their interns, Brendan Alvino, is now working for the New York Jets with digital content, so that's a great thing to see as well. Teams are on the sidelines, and we are moments away from getting this game underway.
One thing you can see from the captains, for Nazareth, coming into this game, they've been plagued by a few injuries. They have some guys out, some key places, and that's given some young players a chance to step up, like we had mentioned, Leluga, DePietro, giving them opportunities now to do what they can do. And if they develop into young men quickly, I think that's going to bode well for Nazareth down the road in their final stretch of 5 games that they have coming up.
We'll get the opening kickoff, and then we'll get our starting lineup, which is brought to you by JFR Salvage. It's a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wind Gap or East Stroudsburg. Matt, high-scoring game today? Non-high-scoring game today.
I set you on the field. I'm at a loss. I don't know how this is going to go. I think it's one of those things that could really go any number of ways. It could be high-scoring. It could be a blowout one way or the other. You just don't know. It all depends on those guys, like we said, who's going to show up, who's going to make plays. But then it boils down to the guys in the trenches. Can the Nazareth Blue Eagle line, can they give Peyton Falzone time? Can the Parkland Trojan offensive line just chew up clock and time and allow Asmani Guzman to move the ball down the field? So it's a tough one to call.
All right, here we go. On the tee, Owen Hall, and he sends this one. And that's going to be picked up by Naz Adams. Adams picks it up at the 11-yard line, cuts to the outside, tries to get a little seam in the middle. Now busts to the outside. He has some space, and he'll get all the way up towards midfield. So a great start for the Trojans as they'll start first down and 10 from right around midfield as we bring in our JFR Salvage starting lineup.
And as we talked about the skilled position players, I think it's important to look at the guys up front. James Tyler, Matt Dorsey, Mason Marks, Austin Shook, Evan Saylor. Can those guys, can they gel together and sustain drives? Can they move the chains, allow the skilled position players to just do what they're supposed to do and just get themselves in good field position all night long?
So we'll start him at the 45, said he was pushed out of bounds. And Guzman will start from the gun. He gets chased right away. Talking about the pressure coming flying. We'll take a look at our JFR Salvage defense bringing on in, and that was Vinny Giacobbe that came on in.
And Giacobbe coming from his middle linebacker spot. Those linebackers are going to be key. They need to be able to get in fits, get in spots, hit the gaps where they can to try to get pressure on Guzman and get to Lawrence in the backfield before the play starts.
So second down for the Trojans, just underway. And they will take it on the ground, their first attempt, and Lawrence goes through the middle. He gains about 6. That's a real positive start for Parkland on that second down.
And I think that's what we'll see Parkland do a lot of tonight, just having their offensive line lean on the defensive line and linebackers of Nazareth and just wear them down over the course of 48 minutes.
Third down and 4. The ball sits at the 49-yard line. Guzman will go in the middle part of the field and incomplete. Looking for a flag, nothing there. So that brings up a fourth down. That interesting part of the field just started. Is Parkland going to go for it here? I don't think so.
No, I think they're going to punt it away. And that's a close call. No pass interference on that. I think it could go either way. I think that's the difference in this. That Nazareth Coach Falzone was talking about one against Freedom, where it didn't go their way when they were about to get off the field and turn it around, and that extended a drive for Freedom. They go down and score.
So Parkland 3 and out. They'll punt. That's Doug Bell. This one goes down a little low on him. He does get a big boot off. And this will be fielded around the 13-yard line. And we were talking to Coach Falzone, and I believe this is the first time returning the football is Luke DePietro. And we saw him warming up a little bit as well.
Hey, he said it's time. It's a matter of, hey, let's get our next star returner. They graduated a great one last year. and he's there at Lafayette doing the same thing, but he graduated a great one. But we look at the offense, the DiPietro we just talked about, we just saw, but there's a whole lot of other parts of this offense that need to come together, and it's particularly those 5 up front.
They'll start from the 30. Here's Falzone from the gun. He's got 5 receivers, 2 on the far side. He'll go in that direction, and he'll send it that way. And the first pass completion, and Stu's Tires first down after a big pop after gaining about 11 yards. So, a good start here for the Nazareth Blue Eagles as we bring in our JFR Salvage defense.
And this defense is going to be tested, especially the secondary. If Nazareth does anything well, they pass the ball. And this secondary is going to be tested in Adams, Mertz, Cusco, Nasri. But also the outside, the linebackers. They need to be able to help in the passing defense.
Ball sits at the 41. Fake it to Wimberly. Falzone has been dangerous, but he can throw it on, and he does. And as he throws that one, he completes it for Stu's Tires first down to Tanner
Zelachowski.
Zelachowski is correct.
These are a couple of things that Coach Falzone wants to do. Can they get Peyton Falzone out of the pocket, allow him to move and just get comfortable out of pressure? That's one way to limit the pressure of the defensive line, is to roll Peyton Falzone out of the pocket. If Parkland's going to have success against that, those defensive ends need to contain him.
Well, they contain him there as popping up and just getting that one was T.J. Lawrence. So the fumble after it popped straight up to him, didn't see it coming, and T.J. Lawrence comes up with the first big play of the game. Take a look.
And that's one thing you don't want. Neither Key said anything about turnovers, but winning that turnover battle is key. And it just looks like there's a mishandling of the handoff between Falzone and Wimberly. And credit T.J. Lawrence for being there, ready to pick up the ball and turn it back over for Parkland.
There you see it. Yeah, I don't know who's getting the ball there. It wasn't even an exchange. I think they both went after the football. Ball at the 38 for the Trojans. This is their second possession of the game. Guzman will try to take it himself, but nowhere to go. He's driven into the ground by Jacob Cozy.
And at center for Nazareth, we'll have to see how this plays out, is Giancobi, who playing on offense at center, playing on defense, that wear on him, how's that going to play out over the course of the game?
Nice crowd filed in here at Parkland, really on both sides. And they'll still be following in. Second down 10 from the 38. Inside 10 to play. Opening quarter of play from Parkland School District Stadium. And they'll give this one to Lawrence. Lawrence finds some seam, and Lawrence gets a Stu's Tires first down right past midfield.
Lawrence carry is good for a Trojan first down.
And he's following the block of his slot back, number 2, Reed Andrush, who picks up a key block, but it's also Lawrence having vision, seeing the cutback to the backside to pick up the extra yards.
From the 49. Gain a couple yards, not much there. One thing that we've seen, so 2 first downs in a row for the Blue Eagles, then the fumbled snap, the way it came back. Now Parkland, after 3 and out, they're trying to find a little sink here.
And it's still early. I think they're both – they know how big of a game this is for both teams. And I know going into it, both staffs are probably trying to downplay it as much as possible. But at the same time, you can't help but know it. If you're alive in the Lehigh Valley, you know how big this game is in Lehigh Valley football.
Guzman fires through. Zelachowski on the stop. Will bring third down and makeable yardage here for the Trojans. Matt, week 5, Week 5.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
Home.
Halfway there.
Well, we're not done this game yet.
No.
So,
And you have to think third and short, you're probably seeing T.J. Lawrence in a running play.
From the 42. And they're going to throw. Here's Guzman. And he will connect, and he puts it right into the hands of Preston Mertz. And Mertz gets all the way down to the 20-yard line for Stu's Tires first down.
And you caught Nazareth in a run blitz where they're trying to bring their linebackers up. Preston Mertz gets out and then breaks the tackle of Caleb Newsom. He's there. He can make a play on this ball and potentially knocked the ball away, but just a little bit too late and not finishing the tackle.
The ball at the 19-yard line. On the carry was Leo Doberman. He got tripped up immediately on that last play, maybe picked up a yard or so. So good defense there. Matt, how big was that fumble there? I mean, you're just cruising first down, and all of a sudden that momentum just kind of switched.
I think if you're Nazareth, you just have to put it behind you now. I think you saw you had some success. Now it's just a matter of, okay, can we come back? Let's get the stop. Let's come back offensively and just move the ball again.
Lawrence with a running start and absolutely nowhere to go. He saw a bunch of white jerseys, including Zelikowski.
See Parkland lining up in the old wishbone, one fullback, two running backs running the option, just trying to keep Nazareth's defense on their heels, not allowing them to get comfortable in any one set or any one style of offense.
Inside 7 minutes, first quarter, no score. Parkland and Nazareth. So glad you can join us for our D11sports.com game of the week. Presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Guzman does give that one off. And getting down to about, let's see if they mark it at the 10 or not.
It looks like it's going to be the 10 and maybe a yard short.
That was Lawrence.
Naruska in the stop for Nazareth.
So fourth down.
4th and 1.
And maybe a little less than a yard.
If we're betting people here, you have to think Parkland's going for it. Early in the game, 4th and 1. Show faith in your offensive line.
So first big play of the game offensively for the Trojans from their 10. 4th down and 1. They try to get a long count here, and they'll give it to Lawrence. And Lawrence will get the first down as he gets down to about the 6-yard line. If Stu's tires first down, 1st and goal for Parkland.
Staying within the tackles, again, trying to just focus on running behind that offensive line, allowing them to wear down the Blue Eagle defense.
So 1st and goal from the 6. They put that one on the ground. That's Doberman. He had nowhere to go. Leo Doberman. We'll bring up a 2nd down.
Doberman, your ball carrier.
One of the Parkland offensive linemen had their helmet come off during the play, so he's got to go out for a play. See if that plays into this at all. You're down here 2nd and goal, and now you have a backup offensive lineman in the game.
That's huge sometimes. We've seen that happen before. And one play is one play, but it's a 2nd down and goal from the 5 for the Trojans. Guzman on the handoff and going in for the touchdown is a Lawrence. So Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown. Remember, he picked up the fumble and now goes in from 5 yards. Parkland draws first as they lead by the score of 6-0.
I think we're going to see a lot of this tonight. Reed Andrush, number 2, the lead blocker, and then T.J. Lawrence following him into the end zone. I think we're going to see a huge dose of T.J. Lawrence tonight, very similar to last year, the huge dose of Trey Tremba.
Extra point. That one is up, and that one is good. And that was Doug Bell. So take a look at the Parkland faithful. They're enjoying it so far tonight. Again, things change like a dime in this game. We saw it last year, back and forth, back and forth. Who's going to have the ball last? Is it going to be like that this time? We don't know. I mean, but if you look at that clock, Parkland likes to run. And that's just, do a little combination. But the clock can go down in about 5 minutes or so, so far.
And that's a good point. The first quarter, nearly more than half over already. And Nazareth only had 1 possession. Parkland's had 2. And I think what we saw from Parkland is what we're going to see a lot tonight. Asmani Guzman is going to get the ball, hand it off a lot to T.J. Lawrence, and then they're going to the coaching staff's going to put him in positions to make safe, high percentage throws, like he has been doing all year long. It's no guess why he's at 70% passing completion.
And that's amazing. You said it in the pregame, and that's a big number. I know Falzone, I believe, was right around 55 or so, but 70% is a big number through 4 games, especially. Showing that consistency. So Bell has it on a tee with a 7-0 lead for the Trojans. And a short kick kickoff, and that'd be fielded right around the 23-yard line, and they'll start things off right around the 30. Shout out to our first down sponsor, brought to you by Stu's Tire Center, located at 3930 Independence Drive in Schnecksville. In need of new tires, a wheel alignment, or an oil change, stop by Stu's Tire Center or give them a call at 610-799-4298, locally owned since 1981. 7-0 the score after a 5-yard touchdown run by TJ Lawrence for the Trojans.
PA Football News is your one-stop shop for everything high school football in Pennsylvania.
And Peyton Falzone makes his way back on the field, and he'll start things from the 30-yard line. Now Wimberly, who played his freshman year at Parkland, gets the first carry. That's the first carry of the game for him. They went to go from before that fumble, and there was a misexchange. And
nearly again another errant snap from the center. Luckily, Peyton Falzone at 6'5" has the wingspan where it's kind of hard to miss him with a snap. But that's going to throw off a lot of timing if they can't get that zeroed in quick.
2nd down and 8. Falzone. Here comes the pressure. Gets flushed out. That one down low and incomplete. Had his receiver on the far side but couldn't connect. And that was Wimberly.
Yeah, Wimberly just not able to come up that catch. As you're looking at the offense of Nazareth, they've had opportunities. I think they've had a few mistakes here or there, but for the most part, there's no panic in the offense. There's no sense of we're not going to be able to get things done, and that all comes from the calmness, I believe, of Falzone at the quarterback position. He does not get rattled. He stays calm through all the rush and pressure and stress that he's being put under by other teams.
All the time in the world to throw this one, and after a big pop, looks like a first down still to Luke DiPietro for Stu's Tires first down right around the 40-yard line. But all the time.
Exactly, and that's what the offensive line needs to do. They need to give him that kind of time.
I think that was a big concern for Coach Tom Falzone, especially with some injuries on that line. From the 41, Falzone looked one way, now gets flushed out, now has some room. He's waving downfield, but he decides to take it himself and will gain about 5 yards or so. He had a receiver on that wing. We saw it last week. Again, coaches know he can throw from that back foot on the run, 50, 60 yards downfield.
Exactly. And he was looking for Wimberly. He tried to get him to go up that far sideline. Credit Parkland defense, though. They were right with him step for step. And I think that's why Falzone makes the smart decision, pulls the ball down, just gets the 5 yards.
So Caleb Newsom on that far side, and I think he was going in that direction. Wimberly went up to get that one, but I think he was looking for Newsom on the play, so incomplete.
And that's the tough part about running those two out routes to the same side, especially into the boundary on the short side of the field. And if you're a receiver, you're taught if the ball's in your vicinity, you have to believe that ball's to you. And so Wimberly, it's in his vicinity. He tries to go up and get it, but I do believe you're right that it was looking for Newsom.
So a big third down, same part of the, inside Parkland territory, or not even there yet. Here it is, a big third down. See if they can convert from the 45, 3:27 on the clock. Here comes the pressure, 5 coming. Someone's going to open. It's Wimberly. Wimberly has some space. Stu's Tires first down and more. Wimberly down the sideline. He's off to the races inside the 5, touchdown. 55 yards for Wimberly, and Nazareth right back in it.
And what a nice call at that time for Nazareth to bring the running back or the tailback screen. They bring a little slit screen to Wimberly. He comes up into the line, goes out to the right. They're bringing 6, so they only have 5 back, and they have the offensive line out in front of them blocking, and Wimberly does a nice job getting into the end zone. I tell you what, if you're Nazareth's offensive line and you're beat up a little bit, you're a little banged up, kind of undersized, the screen game can be your friend tonight. The screen and draw game can be your friend.
Well, this is interesting. That was wide right by Owen Hall, so it's 7-6. So with 3:16 on the clock, however, it is Nazareth coming right back. And we said they had to make a play there. They not only made the play, everybody was coming. Coach Monson brought everybody, but it was good enough for Falzone to get Wimberly, and he did it from there.
It was, and like I said, it was, I think, on both sides, just we're seeing how the game can be called. Coach Falzone, knowing and believing he's going to get some pressure out of Parkland on that third down, they're going to try to pressure Falzone. He calls that screen pass, knowing, all right, they're going to bring 6. Let's let those 6 come through. We'll slip by them. Falzone at 6'5", he can dump the ball over those outstretched hands of the defensive lineman, and then Wimberly turns around. He has 5 lead blockers in front of him, as well as 4 receivers down the field.
Yeah, you mentioned that a couple times. At 6'5", and maybe still growing.
Yes.
Maybe still growing. He does have that extra ability to put it into place where some people didn't think he could get it to. So they'll send this one down. There was a little collision right around the 5-yard line, but it will be a returnable football. There's a flag on the return. And the Trojans will get up to about the 35-yard line.
You have to think this is going to be either a holding call or a block in the back.
That was Naquan Thomason on the return. Now Matt being an official. Matt does not, again, we're in week 5. Matt's still not bringing.
Not going to do it.
Not bringing a headset so we can actually hear everything. I don't know what's going on. What's the problem, Matt? He's not even going with a comment on this one.
Nope. Actually, it looks like it's a face mask against Nazareth.
Oh, that's a big difference. So they'll talk things over here. Now remember, a Parkland player on that return, that was Thomas, lost a helmet as well. So I'll talk things over on the far side. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at d11sports.com. It's a long conversation on the far side. I think it's
a matter of
where. I was going to say where it was.
It could be a re-kick situation. That's what they're talking with Coach Monson about right now.
Seven 6-year score. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. Can hear a pin drop in this place. Everybody's anticipating the call.
We have a hold against Parkland. Personal foul, face mask against Nazareth. So offsetting, replay the down, replay the kick.
Just as you said.
So all of that to get another kickoff.
So 3:08 on the clock. If you're just joining us here on d11sports.com, our game of the week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. TJ Lawrence, 5-yard touchdown run. That came at the 5:10 mark. Made it 7-0. And then I actually wrote on my sheet. I thought I would do it eventually. I'll tell you after this play what I wrote. All right, on the kickoff. And this one will be fielded right at the 5-yard line and is taken there by Adams. Adams gets his way upfield and driven down right around the 30-yard line. What do you think I wrote? Any idea?
I have no idea.
Who threw the touchdown pass?
You wrote down Tom Falzone.
I did. Yes, I did. I wrote Tom Falzone. Tom, you're not getting credit for this. You're a wide receiver. It's your kid there.
And after all of that, we end up with just about the same field position.
So 3 minutes exactly on the clock here in quarter number 1. This is Parkland's third possession of the game. I'll actually mark it at the 31-yard line. Guzman's going to take this one himself, and that's some really good yards on the first down. Guzman, more of a thrower, of course, than he's going to run, but he gets those opportunities. He's going to take advantage of that, and he did there.
Absolutely. And he's not – he doesn't look as big as he is on the field. He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. He looks thinner than 175 pounds, but, again, throws the ball with a lot of pressure, a lot of speed and velocity.
So he picked up 7. The ball all the way up to the 38-yard line. And they go to Lawrence. And Lawrence powers forward and is close to that first down marker.
Your ball carrier.
I think
A
we're going to be
little
just a little short.
Evan Shack on the stop for Nazareth.
Shout out to Andy Stevens for his hospitality tonight. Back in the day, this was the home side. That was way back in the day.
Way back.
My day. Third
Last
down.
century.
Yeah. Actually, that's true.
It is true.
Now you're making me really feel old. Third down and 1. It looks like it's about less than a yard from the 40. A $1:48 on the clock and counting. On count. And again, it's Lawrence. And Lawrence will get to the outside and get a Stu's Tires first down up towards the 48-yard line.
Lawrence, carry is good for a Trojan. First down.
While Parkland is getting yards running the ball, I don't think by any stretch of the imagination that they're necessarily winning the battle in the trenches just yet. I think this is partly scheme, partly game plan. What they wanted to do coming into this game.
Ball at the 48 for the Trojans with a 7-6 advantage. And Lawrence, this is where he could be dangerous. And a good job of defensively by Nazareth to drive him out of bounds.
And we can see the passing scheme of Parkland, what they're trying to do with Guzman, giving him those safe, high percentage throws. But at the same time, that safe, high percentage throw, which really maybe was thrown a yard down the field, ends up with a gain of 7.
So he did go out of bounds. They stopped the clock at like 1:09. And Lawrence becomes – now, one thing about Lawrence, he's only a sophomore. We saw him last year as a freshman. We're like, wow, this guy is going to be dynamic, and you know what you have from him. And only a sophomore, but everyone knows that name.
They do now. Last year he was unknown. I think now you know who he is, you know what you're going to get from him, and you know what to expect from him running the ball.
So from the 41, Guzman to throw, middle part of the field. That's a dangerous pass. And I think he somehow made it through there. I didn't think he was going to get it.
I didn't think so either. Throwing off his back foot into a tight window. I thought he was going more to the outside to the flat, but credit Guzman with a nice pass, and someone needs to tell the offensive line that we're not running a play in this quarter. All the skill position players went to the side, but they left the offensive line out that dry.
Well, one in the books at Parkland School District Stadium as the horn will sound shortly. 2 touchdowns, one by Lawrence and one from foul zone to Wimberley. It's 7-6. Parkland, you're watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
Play your score, Parkland 7 and Nazareth 6.
Many people have remarked about the sideliner medical tents. And that's something that you often won't find at the secondary school level.
It felt like a little bit more like a collegiate or a professional atmosphere with things like HIPAA and making sure that there's privacy for our student athletes when they're being treated. I think it adds an extra layer of that so that our kids can be seen and evaluated without the entire community looking on. And ultimately, if it's something that has to be addressed, it's done privately.
It also provides an opportunity for us to send the message to the community that we're going above and beyond, for our partners in Bethlehem Area School District.
T-shirts, crew sweatshirts, and hoodies and baseball hats. Head over to the Spirit Stand and purchase some Spirit wear today. Cash and Venmo accepted.
We are back, Parkland School District Stadium. Al DiCarlo, Matt Avancho, AJ Monsman, Dave Micah, Sports Fan Base Network, Sean Riley pushing the right buttons tonight. Matt, your thoughts through one?
Yeah, I think we're seeing what we expected and what anybody would expect coming into this game. Parkland's trying to control the clock. They're using the running game, short, quick, safe passing game, and then not allowing the Nazareth offense on the field too much.
Guzman takes this one himself, and he gets wrapped up originally, but then powers forward for an extra 3. He's finally taken down on the play by Caleb Newsom.
We talked about the mishaps last week against Freedom and how They weren't able to get off the field when they needed to. They weren't able to finish a tackle when they needed to stop drives. And you're seeing some of that happen again tonight. They need to make these tackles. They need to complete the tackles, get off the field when they can, force Parkland into punting situations. They can't allow them to continue drives the way they are.
Actually moved down and got his Deuce Tigers first down. That extra effort. Thought he was a little bit short. From the 31. Guzman fakes it one way. Now we'll go for it. On the far side, has a receiver. Incomplete. In and out of the hands.
Looked like it was Doberman. He had it, as you said, he had it in his hands. But credit number 3 for Nazareth, Lance Zerker, who comes up and punches through the ball.
Doberman came up a little hobbling, and I know you didn't come in at 100% in the first place. So,
yeah, when you saw him warming up tonight, he didn't look 100%. He was gimpy then. And like Coach Bonson said, he's going to try to give everything he can.
Well, and I think he did. I mean, we've seen him a couple plays.
Yes.
But that one there, he got caught up underneath. So see what happens if we see him back in. From the 31-yard line. And Parkland will continue to attack the ground. There's Lawrence. Gain of a few.
It's a rolling of the dice with Nazareth's defense on that last play. They brought everybody up, 8 guys at the line of scrimmage, blitzing. If Lawrence can get one seam, one small gap, he's beyond them and running for a touchdown if they don't make that tackle. So you have to be well coached, have to be sound and gap sound in that kind of defense.
And, Matt, I think we talked about this before. Parkland in no hurry whatsoever to run plays.
Not at all. I think if they can run another 4 or 5 minutes off this clock, even if they come up with a field goal, I think they're happy.
And they get the long count, and Lawrence in the middle of that pile. And not much there at all. And I'll bring up a 4th down. Now, talking to Coach Monsman about his kicker, if we're looking that way, that range, probably right about here, at the most. So, they're going to obviously need to, push it forward and see what they're going to get here.
Yeah, I think this definitely would be outside that range.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. And looking far side, going in the same place as before. And incomplete. This time, he was looking for Naz Adams.
And again, for Nazareth, still coming up with the same play. It's in great coverage. And it's not necessarily that he's in great coverage at the beginning. He closes out very well. He closes to the ball, gets hands on the ball, gets hands to the receivers to make it not an easy catch and knock it out.
T11sports.com. Thanks, Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Easton, for his sponsorship of the Game of the Week. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380. Located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. Nazareth down by 1 from their own 26. Foul zone with 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Has time to throw, and now will throw with a bullet for a Stu's Tigers first down. Boy, that came in pretty quick as he fires that one downfield to Mason Marinelli, the freshman.
Yeah, he comes out of nowhere. He's a single backside receiver. He breaks off his route and just gets into an area where Falzone can see him, and he can be a help to him.
On the ground they go. I mean, that ball came in good. And I mean, that's why he's going to Virginia Tech. They gave the verbal to Virginia Tech.
And not only that, it was the fact that the offensive line is giving him time. They're definitely giving him time and allowing him to find the areas.
So inside 9 minutes here, second quarter, 7-6 your score. Second down and 10. The ball sits at the 40-yard line. Motion coming to the near side. They'll go 3 on the far side, and they will fake it. It'll be foul zone. Foul zone gets wrapped up immediately on the play. He really didn't have much there. And coming in and making the stop was Dominic Martrich for the Trojans.
And Dominic Martrich, along with Reed Andrush, were 2 of the keys Coach Monsman had mentioned that they need to have big nights to help contain Peyton Falzone, and especially not just in the passing game, but in the rushing game.
Big third down here for the Blue Eagles. 3rd down and 9 from the 41. Falzone, all the time in the world to throw. That's where he can get dangerous, and he completes that one. Oh, it pops out of his hand. And again, that was the freshman in Mason Marinelli. This guy could be a player.
And
even though he dropped the ball, 6'2", 185. Take a look.
Told you how there are some young guys, because of injuries, are forced into action. They pick on the size advantage there for Nazareth, but they try to get down there. I think that's going to be something they come back to. I think that's a matchup they're winning.
So the punting unit comes in. And we saw this before. This is Falzone. On this one, I don't think it ever touched him, and he'll still pick it up and go out of bounds with it. So Parkland will take over right at about the 18-yard line. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services for more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student-athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Shout out to everyone at St. Luke's for their support and their partnership with D11sports.com. John Hoff, Ken Sidlow, Greg Lay. Greg Lay sitting on his couch, I'm sure, enjoying a beverage, relaxing, watching D11 Sports with his wife. Give him a nice little shout out there. I'm sure he's enjoying this game to this point. And hope you are at home, wherever you're watching. 7-6 Trojans, and they take over. They'll pitch this one across. And for a first down, you'll take that any day of the week by Naquan Thompson.
You will, and I just defensively, I don't know what Nazareth was doing. Their cornerback, Newsome, lined up inside and allowed the Parkland offense to get outside of him and outflank him, and he had to fight at the end just to get leverage back.
So a pickup of 5, 2nd down and 5 from the 23. The clock down to 7:30 and counting. And the Trojans will keep this on the ground. They'll be short here. Digital Scoreboards is the proud sponsor of Lehigh Valley High School's Friday Night Football. As a leader in video scoreboard displays, we're here to light up your Friday night, proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11, where every score and play shines bright.
Voice on the stop for the Blue Eagles. 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5 from the 26. Yeah, 3rd down and 2. Scoreboard's a little late. We're on this side. We can't complain with them up top. A long count here.
I think it's going to be short.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to be at least a yard short. So they'll bring in the punting unit. That little stalemate going on here, huh?
It'd be interesting to see at what point do you let Osmani Guzman take more shots deep. There were 2 that were in the hands of your receivers. Yep. The opportunity's there. I think at some point you have to do that because Nazareth's lining up with all 11 defenders within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
This one's going to take a roll, and Nazareth will take over from midfield.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Nazareth come out and take a shot deep right away.
When it comes to towing, trailer, or auto body repair, experience matters. Let Ironton Auto Body put their 70-plus years of experience to work for you. Locally owned and operated with 24-hour emergency towing and recovery services, along with 24-hour trailer repair. When something goes wrong, don't trust it to anyone. Look no further than Ironton Auto Body. Let our family take care of your family. Call 610-799-3241. So 5:42 on the clock. And Falzone makes his way back onto the field. Again, they'll go with 5 receivers, 2 far side. Got to throw off the back foot, and that one tipped. I think it was Lawrence actually got his hand on that one.
It was Lawrence, and he had a receiver that he was going to, number 12, Jaden Quach, trying to find him. He just sat down in the zone. But again, they had Newsome and Marquez Wimberly lined up in the boundary side together. You have to think that allows Newsome or Wimberly to get single coverage.
Well, you talked about Newsome. Newsome leads the team with 17 receptions. It does not have a catch yet tonight. So I'm sure it's, going to be coming in his direction at some point. He'll line up on the far side of the field. And the ball at the own 49-yard line. I think the crowd is expecting like lights out, back and forth, 38-37, as Falzone does go down, and Wimberly makes the catch, but he was dropped immediately on the play by Parker Cusco.
I think Wimberly thought he was going to run out of that tackle, but not this time, putting him in 3rd and long. You can see in this series the pass rush of Parkland is getting to Falzone and disrupting his feet, disrupting his timing, and getting him from throwing the perfect pass.
First down marker is right around the 40-yard line. Make it to 41, so a 3rd down and long. Inside 5 to play. Falzone waits, and now he's going to throw that one. I thought he was going to throw it away. Instead, he gets picked off on the play, decided not to throw it, try to put it somewhere, and it's Cusco, who just made that stop before on the return. There's a flag on the play, will likely come back. But that being said, I'm sure Falzone will want that one back.
He will, and I think he was trying to just throw it away, and credit Cusco for getting back. He gets a little rush to get him knocked out of the pocket. He tries to buy a little extra time. I think he's just trying to throw it away, but Cusco continues to get back and gets the ball, and they're going to get, I believe, number 5 on the hold for Parkland. So this is going to come back 10 yards more from the spot.
So first, I'm going to say big penalty, but on the return, you got 2 things happen. You got the interception. So if you're Parkland, you would love nothing else but to milk this clock to the end of the half.
Exactly. And when you think about it, too, and I know you, Coach Falzone and Peyton Falzone, they're not thinking of it this way. It was 3rd and long. You were knocked out of the pocket. You really didn't have anywhere to go. Most likely you were coming out 4th down. You're punting anyway.
Right.
And
the ball's going to be right there. Yeah, right.
So it's, in essence, you just sped up that timeline a little bit.
So they move it back, and the Trojans will start from their own 17-yard line. And I'll go straight through the middle. And Lawrence will move the chains for another Stu's Tires first down.
And that's the danger of having all of those defenders up at the line of scrimmage. You see there, he nearly comes out of it breaking the tackles, and there's nobody else in front of him to stop him before a touchdown.
The ball up to the 28-yard line. Now Guzman is the one carrying this one because there was a collision on the it wasn't an exchange. Decided to take it himself, and when he did.
And it's a good thing because number 55, Mitchell Noroski, he took out the running back basically just seconds after he pulled the ball out of his stomach.
Wow. So Guzman gets a gain of 4. And the ball, and the clock down to inside 4. And I believe they're going to get the Blue Eagles a jump. So this will go down 5 and give you a second down and 1.
Second and just short of the first down.
Results in a second and 1, Trojans.
So second down and 1 from the 37. Guzman takes this one and gets enough for Stu's Tires first down.
He picks up the short yardage for Parkland. And again, they're using a lot of different angles, bringing Adams in motion and faking the handoff to him, faking the handoff to Lawrence, and then Guzman taking the ball. So it's not just Lawrence running the ball anymore. They're using a lot of other angles to attack this defense.
So first down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Guzman looks middle part of the field, and that one is incomplete. No flags. There's some solid defense by Nazareth. I think it was coming in there was Caleb Newsom.
And I think that's the second time that it's been close, but Nazareth has been just in the right position at the right time to get the hand in to knock the ball away.
Excuse me, that was Lance Zerker.
And that's his third pass defense this game in key situations.
Second down and 10 from the 39, 7-6 if you're just joining us on D11sports.com. So, Matt, we've seen this now twice in the last maybe 4 plays, and who is it again? It's 55 and Mitchell Narowski.
Hey, coming in again, and just I'm not sure. You have to see if he's the read guy, that they're just not reading quick enough, or he's getting through free and they're not blocking him. One way or another, they're going to have to account for him if they want to be able to run the ball.
Third down and 13 from the 36. They got him again.
I don't know if that quite was a hard count that got him or just a little bit of adrenaline. You know, he was kind of bouncing in his stance before they even went into a cadence.
Yeah, Parkland in no hurry whatsoever. They had their timeouts. You know, once you get across midfield and you make a play, then you start thinking a little bit differently. And this is a big play here, really, for both teams. Third down and 8 from the 41. I think they're going to call a timeout right here.
They have plenty of time. Still have 12 seconds left on the play clock.
Yep.
And they've been draining that down deep into the under 5. This, I think they will now.
So they bring it down to 140. 7-6 your score. Timeout brought to you by our good friends at Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. So 140 on the clock. JFR Salvage is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons to choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wing Gap or East Stroudsburg.
I have to tell you, about going into halftime, this must be the week of close games in the Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
Emmaus winning 14-0 over Easton. End of the first quarter, Liberty 7, Deerfield 0. In the second quarter, Whitehall 10, Northampton 7. So a lot of close games happening right now.
Third down and 8 from the 41. Guzman will take that one to the ground once again. This one's going to be awfully close. I mean, we have a good view on this one. This is really on the spot.
And I think, wow, I think it's going to be just half yard short. Yep, half a yard short.
Lawrence did everything he had to there.
And they had contact at least 4 yards prior. If you're coach, you're going for this. You're going for this. Even if you let the clock run all the way down and call another timeout, I think you still go for this.
Does Nazareth call a timeout to get some clock?
I think if you're Nazareth, you don't, because I think you're happy with you're getting the ball back.
Right.
You're getting the ball to start the second half. You don't want to give them any more time than they have.
Inside a minute, fourth down and less than a yard. They go with the long count once again, see if they get another one to jump, and they'll take another timeout. Timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. Located in Allentown, Enter.net has been providing business website design and online marketing services since 1995. If you're a business owner and want to learn how to make your online presence work for you, Enter.net is a great choice. They can develop state-of-the-art website with your social media and get your business to show higher on Google. They're running a big 40% off special for all D11 Sports viewers. Visit Enter.net online or call 610-437-2221 extension 4. Enter.net is a supporter of high school sports and wishing all the players good luck. So right now, 51 ticks on the clock.
Still going for it, right?
Yes.
Still going for it. Oh.
No.
Maybe not. Oh.
Wow.
I get the conservative call by Coach Monsman right now, but if anything, Nazareth has 3 timeouts. You don't want to give the ball back to foul zone.
So DiPietro is back there. Again, you can have a fake
Good
here
time
too,
for a fake, I was
yeah.
going to say.
Now they're lined up. 4th down. Oh.
They got him.
Wow. Now how about that run perfectly?
Everybody was holding their breath. I think everybody in the stands was holding their breath.
Watch this.
Come up to the line. Everybody comes in. And they're just there. This is a tough one, Al.
Yep.
This is tough. I think one of the things you start to look at is that jerk of the quarterback, simulating that the snap was happening. That can be called. So that could go either way.
Reed Andrush. So Parkland gets.
And just like that, we go back 5. So we're going to play 1st and 15 from the previous spot where the conversion took place.
It remains 7-6. If you're just joining us here on our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine, there was a fumble by Nazareth, led to a T.J. Lawrence 5-yard touchdown run, and then Falzone found Wimberly for 55 yards. Only points of the game, and this one in and out of the hands of Preston Mertz. He'll make that catch 9 out of 10 times.
Uncontested. Guzman delivers a good ball. Preston Mertz has to come down with that. And like you said, 9 out of 10 times, he's going to come down with that catch. So if you're Nazareth, you push them 2nd and long. You still have 3 timeouts. Depending on what happens here, you may get the ball back.
Guzman is going to throw. Middle part of the field has Lawrence. And Lawrence is going to be close to that 1st down marker. He will indeed move the chains and get a Stew's Tigers 1st down. Parkland will go quick as they stop the clock for a second. Now, do they just snap it and go? They just spike it down.
Okay, so if you're Parkland, you have one more timeout. And as you said, they're maybe, I would say, 10 yards out of range.
At least.
Probably. So if you're Coach Monsman, are you trying to get to the end zone, or are you trying to get the 10 yards to get a field goal?
And I still think you have to get down to that 20 to be more secure. Ball at the 34 for the Trojans with 36 seconds on the clock. They lead by 1. Guzman gets pressure, throws. They go in that back corner again, and that one is knocked away.
And that time I believe it was Wimberly on coverage. And as you see, number 1, Austin Boyce, he comes over from his safety spot. As you look at him, he has a giant black club on his hand.
But he's playing.
Coach Falzone had mentioned earlier in the week how he got injured. He's casted. He was just coming along as a wide receiver.
10 catches, 113 yards. He was averaging 11 yards a catch.
And he wanted to play. There's no way he wasn't going to play. He's like, Coach, let me play defense. I'll play defense if that's all I can do.
And Guzman takes off, and he's going to just run out of bounds and stops the clock with under 25 seconds left. So a great run there by Guzman.
And a first down.
Yep, and a Stu's Tires first down. So Parkland in business here.
Hey, get a good look at Dave over on the sideline.
Yeah, Dave's got the microphone ready to go.
Looked like Guzman was taking a golf swing.
So first down 10 from the 23. Guzman. And he was looking for Lawrence. That one well overthrown.
It looked like he was right there. Just a little bit overthrown, but he looked like he had Lawrence with a step. So clock stopped, 20 seconds, 2nd and 10. What do you think, out 5 more yards for field goal range?
Yeah. Guzman to throw, and there's your yardage right there.
There it is to Doberman. And there's their timeout.
So 13 seconds left.
So if they're calling timeout, they want the touchdown.
I was going to say, Matt,
you don't call timeout
no.
with 13.7 left unless you're going to go for the end zone.
I think you take a shot at the end zone. If not, and it goes incomplete, then you line up for a field goal.
I think it's a good,
or you have a couple, chances to do it.
Well, can you get one play out of bounds? Pick up the first down, one play out of bounds, then give you another play into the end zone, then possibly kick the field goal.
$13 ticks on the clock. Timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities with MathesonGas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. Glad you could join us here on this Friday night. We will be right back at it next week. We got a double, 2 games next week. We got one on Thursday night. It'll be Pocono Mountain West at Northampton. And Friday we will be at Cottingham Stadium for a big one between Stroudsburg and Easton. 3rd down and 2, but the clock more of the factor for Parkland.
They got Doberman leaving early. So that takes the 5 yards away for your field goal. But again, you were looking to go to the end zone anyway.
I'll start against the Trojans.
So, Matt, we go back to this clock the way it was. That first quarter flew by for the most part. Second quarter's kind of died down there a
I
little
thought
bit.
we were actually playing fast, and we're really playing slow.
Yeah.
So they do bring him out for the field goal. 13.4, I still think you had a shot. You had one chance.
$33 yards for Bell. And Bell will bang that one through.
For the Trojans, I think you look at that, that's a successful drive. You essentially took the ball, ran the clock out, and got points. So that's a win.
That comes with 9.1 seconds. 33-yard field goal by Doug Bell and gives Parkland a 10-6 lead. And barring a return here, it should be the score going into halftime.
And I think it will be because on the previous kickoff from Parkland, they're not putting it anywhere near Newsom or Wimberley. So they're not putting it deep. They're making one of the upbacks catch it. Now, again, the clock doesn't start till they catch the ball, until they touch the ball and catch it. So if you catch it and go down right away, maybe it's 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Depending on where you're at, Falzone has the arm.
Yep.
He has the arm. And you have Newsom and Wimberley who can run. So I think you still take a shot.
And there's also a trick play that you can have as well.
And Coach Falzone always has one trick play a game.
I've never seen that. What are you
always
talking
one.
about?
I still remember. It's funny. Quarterbacks coaching on the far sideline, Zach Bradley.
Yeah. Now they'll keep this one on the ground, and this will give them good field position. They want one of those plays. Oh, get popped. at the 32-yard line. A big stick with 5.3 seconds. Take a look.
Yeah, I don't know. I kick it deep, at least to the next line. Or actually, they had Wimberly and Newsom up. I kick it over their head.
Liam Spang, you know that name. Brother Luke playing at Muhlenberg. So maybe one play here. See what Tom Falzone has put together. Peyton Falzone, not much pressure there. He waits, and he's probably just going to take that one and go, see if he can create something. And Falzone will run that clock through. So 10-6 is your score. You know, and I see A.J. Monsman running right now, and I see Dave Micah lagging behind. We should get a shot of that. Where's Dave?
Dave has the microphone. Dave has the microphone.
So we'll wait. Dave's still lagging behind. And not sure if Coach Falzone escaped there a little bit.
Nope, he's still here.
Okay.
AJ got him.
AJ got him.
AJ
Dave
got
is
him.
lagging.
Dave did not.
Dave's pulling about a 13-minute mile. AJ's at 5:28. And we go down to AJ.
Here with Coach Falzone. Coach, 10-6 at the end of a half of football. What are your thoughts?
We have the ball much on offense, so we got to be able to get the stops. They're doing a lot of clock control here. They're grinding us down here, so we got to get more stops. Offensively, we've done some nice things, but we've had some miscommunication, some busts, and we got to clean that up too. But like I said, we haven't the ball very much.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
All right. Thanks, AJ.
All right, AJ, thanks a lot. Great job. And with that, we take a break. It's 10-6, Parkland leading over Nazareth. It's our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
It's here! For real! It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital, ready to help all kids. They're keeping kids healthy, fixing us up, making us feel better, helping kids be the best they can be, because it's about us. The kids! It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital!
St. Luke's Children's Hospital is helping kids with everything, from routine checkups to specialized care.
It's here! It's great! Yeah!
Welcome to St. Luke's. St. Luke's is the largest hospital system in the Lehigh Valley, with 20,000 employees at multiple hospital campuses, all located throughout northeastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. Whether you're an experienced professional, an aspiring student, or a patient seeking care, you'll find your place here. Care doesn't just define your career at St. Luke's. Care is our culture.
We are back. 10-6 is your score at the half. We welcome back A.J. Monsman, who obviously graduated from Southern Lehigh. He's at East Stroudsburg University. We have a new student with us starting today, in Kara Koch. She's a senior at Nazareth, and standing by right now is A.J. Monsman.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Kara Koch, senior at Nazareth. Kara, you just joined D11Sports.com, correct? What are you, looking to get out of D11 Sports? Has, communications kind of, something that interested you? I know you shoot some video for the football team here. Are you interested in sports media and stuff like that?
Yes, very much. I really hope to get some experience and get a feel for what it's like in this field with the 11.
Perfect. Do you play any sports in District 11?
I don't, no.
No? I'm happy. I was a student intern too. I'm in college now. D11 Sports does a great job. What are you, kind of looking forward to, covering games or writing articles? What are you kind of looking forward to?
I like to write, so I'm very excited to write some articles and provide you guys with some photos.
Perfect. That's awesome. Kara, thank you. Keep killing it. Videographer, go Nazareth or go Parkland? What do you think?
I don't know.
Guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Hey, thank you, Al. Matt, great game so far. Guys, back to you.
All right, AJ, thanks a lot. Thanks to Kara, and welcome her on board as well. Shout out to our students, reporters also. Tegan Tremba, she's doing Parkland TV right now. She's one of our students. Emma Kushner as well. She's one of our students here at Parkland, so we're excited to have them on board. I think we're signing up anywhere from 8 to 10 or 12. Who's that? I thought it was Dave for a second. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where that was. What's going on? We lost Dave there for a minute, so I wasn't sure. Signing up some new students from different various schools. And Matt, we always talk about, the program continues to grow. We graduate. There's Dave. Oh, it's not Dave then. Okay, Dave wasn't sure. So, each time we graduate, we bring in new students to give them this platform to showcase their talents, and we're really seeing a lot of kids persevere. Earlier about a week ago, Kieran Lincheski, she's now in the SEC network. She's doing a great job, and we're getting a lot of kids getting a different feel at the collegiate level.
I agree, and I think one of the big things, like you start to see now with some of the newer ones coming on, it's not just the field reporting, it's not just the sports media, it's photography, it's film. Like you see Parkland TV, they have their whole film crew, their home film studio. So having their own halftime shows, I think that's the next step with some teams, being able to take that to the next level. Some schools taking that to the next level with all the NFHS cameras out there, the huddle cameras out there. I think you have the ability to do that.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. When we talk about that and those situations, and we're seeing a lot of content creators. And Brendan Alvino, intern with the Miami Dolphins, now working with the Jets. I'm looking over and I can see Tegan Tremba on the Parkland TV camera at the same time, which I'm going to try to post this if I can. I don't know. I'm trying, man. I tried my best here to see if we can do this. Let's see if I can get that on there. I don't think she's there anymore. I lost her. It would have been good. It would have been quality. Anyway, so we're seeing the program develop. We're seeing students in whatever platform they like, journalism, photography, broadcasting, and putting them in a position where they can succeed and they are ready for the next level. Some of our students, Derek Moore, has spent a couple of years with us, not only at the high school level, then also at Northampton Community College. He's now at Temple University in his third year. Tyler Carlbon is at West Virginia as a senior. We got 4 students at Penn State. We have 2 at Hofstra. We have a couple at Ole Miss. But you're seeing the new talent here, seeing what they're doing, and then saying, okay, that's where I want to be, and we go from there.
And also, I think the other thing you look at it's not just you behind their microphone, a color person behind their microphone. It's the producer. It's the camera people. It's the truck. It's everybody else. There's so many other people involved in the production that there's a lot of opportunity for students to get involved.
Yeah, no doubt. And, again, if you're, interested – and a student from District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream. Get close to the action. Take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to Dave or myself at d11sports.com. The band playing on the far side, I like to listen in sometimes, but, they have their back turned, so maybe we can still listen.
We might be able to get a little bit of them as they come this way.
Well, I think they're coming off, and the Parkland Marching Band is coming on. So as they make their way onto the field, we'll try to give them some airtime as well. And so far, if you're just joining us here on d11sports.com, not much. T.J. Lawrence picked up a ball in a fumble at the 38. A couple plays later, a 5-yard touchdown run by Lawrence made it 7-0. That came at the 5:10 mark of quarter number 1. Then Peyton Falzone hit Marcus Wimberly, and he took off and went 55 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was no good. We stayed that way. That was at the 3:16 mark of the first. We stayed that way until the 9-second mark of the second, and a 33-yard field goal by Doug Bell, and that's the difference. 4 points, 10-6. And you heard, Tom Falzone talking about, kind of where they were in that position. So, again, you play one half and you play the second. So you go in that locker room. It's extended halftime. You're talking about 20 minutes or so. By the time you walk up back that hill, it's like a restart.
Exactly. When you look at it too, Nazareth, as Coach Falzone said, had the ball, I believe, 3 drives, maybe 4 if I'm wrong, 4 max, right? 1 interception, which was probably going to be a punt anyway, a fumble. So if it's 4 drives, half of them you turn the ball over. And you're still only down 4
That's it.
in this game against a quality opponent. So you have to, going into the locker room, you have to be thinking to yourselves, if we clean up what we're doing,
we're fine.
We're in great shape.
Yep.
And if you're Parkland, you have to say, guys, we executed our game plan. We just need to finish some drives. I think that's what Coach Monsman's saying. We need to finish the drives in the end zone. We're not going to contain Peyton Falzone all night long. So we need to get some points.
Yep, no doubt. JFR Salvage is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons you choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wind Gap or East Stroudsburg. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. Today's game also brought to you by Digital Scoreboards, proud to sponsor Lehigh Valley High School's Friday Night Football. As the leader in video scoreboard displays, we're here to light up your Friday night. Proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11, where every score and play shines bright. Shout out to Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley, located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. When it comes to towing, trailer, or auto body repair, experience matters. Let Ironton Auto Body put their 70-plus years of experience to work for you. Locally owned and operated with 24-hour emergency towing and recovery services, along with 24-hour trailer repair. When something goes wrong, don't trust it to anyone. Look no further than Ironton Auto Body. Let our family take care of your family. Call 610-799-3241. Located in Allentown, Enter.net has been providing business website design and online marketing services since 1995. If you're a business owner and want to learn how you make your online presence work for you, Enter.net is a great choice. They can develop a state-of-the-art website, help your social media, and get your business to show higher on Google. They are running a big 40% off special for all D11 Sports viewers. Visit Enter.net online or call 610-437-2221, extension 4. Right now we go down to the field and the Parkland High School marching band.
One of Stevie's earliest Grammy-nominated hits, known for its signature groove, Uptight. This 1977 hit was written to celebrate the birth of Stevie's daughter, Aisha, and has gone on to become a pop and jazz standard. Isn't she lovely? hits. This next hit has people dancing for decades. The first single fully produced by Stevie himself. Signed, sealed, delivered. Written to honor the late Duke Ellington, this next hit topped the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 charts, paying tribute to all of Stevie's musical idols. Let's hear it for So Duke. Ladies and gentlemen, the Parkland High School Trojan Marching Band. The Parkland High School Music Boosters are thrilled to offer delicious dining to enhance this evening's game and band performances. Please make your way over to the far concession stand and take your pick from pulled pork or buffalo chicken over mac and cheese, a marching taco with your choice of toppings.
Great performance by the Parkland High School Marching Band. We're at the half. 10-6 is your score. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. When we come back, the start of the second half.
Since its inception, the Temple St. Luke's School of Medicine has focused on cultivating local talent. Training medical students in the Lehigh Valley has significant long-term benefits for our region's healthcare. Our medical students learn here, stay here, and establish practices here, becoming a true community asset. Start here and train with the next generation of healthcare providers for our region. Learn more at sluhn.org/SOM.
St. Luke's is the Lehigh Valley's only locally based independent healthcare network, proudly serving our community for over 150 years. St. Luke's continues to be the only local healthcare system to be named to the 100 top hospitals list, to have earned the most A grades for quality and safety from the Leapfrog Group, and to have received 5-star ratings from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. St. Luke's, the proudly independent healthcare you trust.
We are so proud that we won our Top Workplaces Award 2 years in a row.
We are
without question, the #1 health system in this valley. Every award we get demonstrates that every day, over and over and over again. And who gets the credit for that? Our employees.
They continually show up committed and dedicated to our patients, our families, our communities, and each other.
We're here with the second annual camp. We're just giving back, teaching the kids the game.
Be able to just give back to the community, give back to the kids, the next generation, which is something I feel so passionate about. It's always great for me just to come out here and support any way I can. No matter where, giving back to the community is important to me. So the relationship that me and St. Luke's have is great.
Guys got it, we're 1-1.
I'm really a big believer that God puts all in position, and God gave me a platform and to be able to work with St. Luke's and use our platform together to make change in our community, and that's what our good team can do.
We are back. 10-6 is your score. Al DiCarlo, Matt Avancho. So glad you could join us here on this Friday night of high school football, week number 5 of the season. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Again, I want to thank everyone at St. Luke's, John Hoth, Ken Sidlow, Greg Lay, and their entire team for a big supporter and their partnership with D11 Sports. And, putting our students in the position, Matt, we talked about it, to feel the part. They have the press passes, they're wearing the shirts, they're on the sidelines, they're interviewing coaches, and as these students move on, they know where they started, which is great. And right now, we know where we started. We started at 0-0, but it's 10-6 at the half as we get ready for quarter number 3. Again, we've been talking about it. Nazareth gets the football. They're only down by less than a touchdown. There's going to be an interesting opening drive.
I believe it's an opening drive where Nazareth has to get something out of it. They have to get points. They can't just move the ball down and be happy with that and change the field position. They need to come out and start this third quarter on a positive note.
On that one, be fielded at the 26-yard line. So Nazareth will get good field position to start things off after the return by Chase Kilaretsky. And we'll see the offense for the Blue Eagles make their way onto the field once again. Great to have A.J. Monsman in the house once again. As we get new students making their way into the different schools and getting them ready and prepared, as we talked about, Caracoke, and it's nice to have our students that have been here and done that always wanting to help out and say, yeah, I'll be there, no question. So the quick flip and straight through the middle, and he'll get about 8.5 for Wimberley.
Aside from the second drive of Nazareth, I think that's the best first down gain they've had tonight.
Falzone coming to the near side on the quick toss. That one is incomplete.
I think it just came a little low. He had DePietro.
And just like that, it's a third down situation here for the Blue Eagles.
The longer this game goes on, the more you think when the first time Caleb Newsom touches the ball, it's going to be a big play.
It's going to be the one, right? 3rd down 2 from the 47, and he's the guy in motion. And Matt was incorrect. So Caleb Newsom, they saw that one coming through, and Reed Andrush and company saw that one coming as well. Why are you up here, Matt?
Yeah, that wasn't. I meant a play down the field.
All right. I was just checking.
In the passing game. Newsom is a gifted athlete. He's not one in the running back position. He's a wide receiver, and he does great things out there. You want to get him the ball, so you bring him in motion, but he's just not a running back running behind the line of scrimmage.
Foul zone. Gets a good bounce. This will be returnable from the 16. And flying up, it has some space, is Adams. Adams down inside the 40, makes a great cut. And Adams upfield inside the 25. He stutter steps and still goes through, and it's foul zone, and is going to throw him out of bounds. Parkland in business, first possession of the second half. What a run.
And foul zone was the only one left that could have caught him, and he does. And then tries to get a penalty flag out of bounds, but nothing there. You see Adams. He does a nice job coming up the near sideline, and then, yes, as you said, makes a nice cut back, picks up a good block from the back, but then nobody there to help him in getting foul zone. Then you see a flop at the end there, trying to get a call.
We know he's a good quarterback. Now he's doing a little Broadway. Come on. From the 16. So Parkland starts things off. Lawrence gains a couple. We talked about it in the first half. And, it's going to be the same for Parkland in the second half. They're not going to go quick. The less time for Nazareth to have the football, the less creativity and things can happen with foul zone with the football.
And it's not just time either. It's number of plays. We haven't been paying attention to that. So far in the second half, it's one drive. They've had 3 offensive plays. So we'll have to see, can they sustain longer drives moving forward?
Now Lawrence powers forward. And he's inside the 10-yard line down to about the 8. They'll bring up a third down. Now, again, a field goal gives you a touchdown lead. Just saying. Obviously they would like to punch it in from here. And make it.
And they still can get a first down.
Yep.
So that's their focus right now. Let's pick up the first down. And you see all 22 players within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
On the ground they go. And still pushing their way forward. They will get the Stu's Tires first down by Dauberman, who's nice to see him back into the game after he went out limping earlier. So first and goal from the Trojans inside the 5.
Just think it's going to be a lot of the same the rest of the way.
And Parkland on the straight keep. In for the touchdown.
That was Reed Andrush with the touchdown for Parkland.
So it was a 3-yard touchdown by Andrush. And Parkland extra point here for Parkland.
And this means a big deal, this extra point.
Snap.
Try to get the 11-point lead.
And that one is good. So the big return by Parkland in A's Adams leads to a 3-yard touchdown by Reed Andrush. Take a look.
And Reed Andrush, he's the up back, the fullback. He gets the handoff from Guzman, follows the left side of the offensive line, and it looked like they initially had contact with him around the 2, but then that offensive line and Andrush just continue to push the rest of the way into the end zone.
So the touchdown comes at the 8:52 mark. And, Matt, even though you're down, 11, which feels more the way this game's been going, I think if you're Nazareth right now, it's just trying to put one of those possessions together, really, because they haven't had that in such a long time.
I agree. And it's, can we really, it hasn't they haven't really moved the sticks at all, except for that one drive where they fumbled, the second drive they had. So what can they get something going here? And like Coach Falzone said before we went into halftime, can we clean up some of this?
So inside 9 minutes, Parkland continues to add to their lead. It's 11 points. Send this one on the ground, hoping to get a little roll. They do. And they're just going to have to dive on that one, and they'll start things off from their own 23, 24-yard line. So
I think Wimberley wanted to pick that up and try to make something happen.
So glad that you can join us here on this Friday night, high school football. Again, we'll be at it next week. We'll have two, one on Thursday. It's Pocono Mountain West at Northampton. And then on Friday, we'll head out to Cottingham Stadium for Stroudsburg at Easton. Excited about both of those games. Excited about the Thursday game because the guy to my left, he'll be wearing the stripes that day.
Yes, I will.
Make any bad calls, we're taking you out.
There we go.
Just letting you know.
You won't be able. I'm on the far sideline.
Oh, I'll find you. Falzone off the back foot, has a receiver. Oh, what a great INT. Wow. Are you kidding me? Adams comes up with a huge interception as he got turned around.
That's two big plays, really, in back-to-back. DePietro, I think, just lost sight of it.
Well, Adams didn't.
Because he had him beat. He was behind Adams.
That's a great play.
What a reach, extending all fully out for that. You're right. What a nice interception. And Adams is making himself known in this game tonight.
So Adams had the return first, led to a 3-yard touchdown by Reed Andrush, and now has the interception for the 5'8" junior. Has a receiver wide open, far side, and yes, they will connect into the hands of Marcel Burden. When I say he was open, he was open.
He's your tight end to the top of your screen.
You can't even see him.
He just goes. And that's the trouble when you try to move everybody up to the line of scrimmage to defend against the run. You get one play action pass, and you slip behind them, and you completely change the field position. Parkland tonight has used that wishbone offense and wishbone set at the right times and the right play calls.
From the 31, Guzman. That one incomplete as he was looking in the direction of Andrush. Wow, Burden was wide open.
I mentioned earlier about Giancobi for Nazareth playing center, also playing linebacker. There's a lot of players on Nazareth that play both sides of the ball. So as this game prolongs and gets longer and deeper into that fourth quarter, you think that wear down is going to take its effect and benefit Parkland.
Dauberman on the pitch.
And I tell you what, for a bad ankle, he looks pretty good.
Yep. Especially bad ankle and then getting, taken out in the middle of that game. So a third down and a long two here. Parkland really shuffling the players around. Guzman will put that on the ground again. Lawrence, the extra effort will get a Stu's Tires first down. So 4 new downs here for the Trojans with that 17-6 advantage.
As they continue to pick up first downs, the window is closing on Nazareth, unfortunately. And we're still 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and I'm saying that. But I think you see the way the game's going.
Yeah, you talked about the turnovers. They're becoming a factor all of a sudden. from the 18. Again, it's Lawrence. Somehow Lawrence avoids getting taken down and gains another 2.5 yards. It's been like that all night for TJ Lawrence.
He's a strong runner. He's still young. Imagine when he starts to really mature into that body. A young runner that still is able to break tackles, elusive. He's not small, but he's still elusive and runs with great vision. I mean, it also helps you have Reed Andrush and Marcel Burden to run behind.
End up getting 5 yards on that carry. And Parkland taking all the time. And Lawrence will power forward for another 5 yards, and the Stews Tires first down. So 1st and goal for the Trojans. Matt, you talked about the clock. It's been like this the entire game.
It has.
You know, Parkland milking 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. More than that.
And you can see how this is starting to wear on the Nazareth defense.
Yeah, the time of possession. This we're nowhere to go. For Lawrence. If you're just joining us here on D11sports.com, TJ Lawrence with a touchdown. Falzone to Wimberly, 55 yards. Doug Bell, 33 yards on a field goal and a 3-yard touchdown run by Reed Andrush. It's 17-6 for Parkland. 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Lawrence in motion. And that's Guzman that takes it straight through inside the 5, down to about the 3.5 yard line.
And does that -1 shoe. Trying to get that back on quickly.
That's impressive.
Yes.
It took me about 5 minutes. So they are going to mark this one at the 4.
This is probably the quickest Parkland has run their offense tonight.
Yeah. They ran that down inside the 1. That was Dauberman, I believe. Yep.
And it's not that Nazareth hasn't been in position to make tackles. They're there.
They're
making
again.
contact, but they're just losing on that second effort.
And right back, it's Dauberman from 1 yard. So Leo Dauberman adds to their lead, and Parkland here in the second half really starting to take things over.
And it looks like Leo Dauberman got banged up on that play. He's coming off slow. He's not coming off.
Let's take a look at the touchdown here by Dauberman.
And it's still out of that wishbone set. I think you're running behind TJ Lawrence. You have Reed Andrush as the lead blocker as well. Running to Dominic Martich side at tight end. Parkland has made a conscious effort that we're going to run the ball tonight, and we're going to run it well. And we're going to continue to run it no matter what's happening. We're going to continue to kind of impose our will on you. And they've been using that. And at no point do I feel like Parkland has really dominated the trenches. But I think as the game is going on, I think it's just the Nazareth defense and the Nazareth trench, they're starting to wear down.
Yep.
I think that's what we're starting to see.
And while there's a lot of time in this game, I was going to say that before, and now I'm definitely saying it. This is the possession.
It is. You have to score. But I don't think you need to be reckless or careless.
Nope. So Doug Bell will set up for the extra point. .403 on the clock, and that one is up, and that is good. So with 4:03 left, Parkland increases their lead to 24-6. There's still time on the clock. We'll see what happens here. Tonight's game brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Keep your eye on the game and the score with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment matters. Let's light up Friday Night Football. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at d11sports.com. Right now, 24-6. You said it before, Parkland has not really since the beginning given Luke DiPietro a chance to return the football. They have not put it in the air. This time they actually do, and that will roll back. JFR Salvage is a full-service scrap metal recycling company serving the Lehigh Valley for nearly 50 years. JFR Salvage will pay you cash for all grades of scrap metal, including iron, steel, copper, brass, aluminum, stainless, and junk vehicles. Competitive pricing and superior service are just a few reasons to choose JFR Salvage for your scrap metal needs. Please visit their website at jfrsalvage.com or one of their locations in Wind Gap or East Stroudsburg. 24-6, and we'll see the offense come out for the Nazareth Blue Eagles, and let's see what they have dialed up here on this crucial possession. As we're late in the third. Falzone with three receivers to his near side. Throws near side, and he will complete the pass, but not much there at all. That's Jaden Quach.
It looks like we have a Parkland defender that's not getting up.
So that's at the near sideline.
That last play you had a chance to see on the right side of your screen how Parkland has been keeping eyes on Newsom. He's into the boundary. He's on the short side of the field, so they roll a safety over top and put a cornerback in his face. So not really double coverage, but in a way you have double eyes on him. So they're not letting him get free deep. He's not having any room, and to the point has 0 receptions tonight.
Mm-hmm. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. St. Luke's trainers are down the field right now attending to the injured player. And again, not sure who actually it is.
Looks like it was Adams.
They could ill afford to lose him. He's been great tonight, that's for sure. Tonight's first down sponsor brought to you by Stu's Tire Center, located at 3930 Independence Drive in Schnecksville. In need of new tires, a wheel alignment, or an oil change, stop by Stu's Tire Center or give them a call at 610-799-4298. Locally owned since 1981. So back to action here. And we'll keep an eye there on number 5. As he just reaching the sideline now. So he took his time, Matt. You know, sometimes you take there, you're like, all right, let me shake it off. So,
and I believe they were stretching him out. So hopefully just a cramp.
From the 22, second down and 8. Low snap on foul zone. Wimberly would take this one, and Wimberly bounces off the first defender. Still on his feet, and he's dragging him through. And gets across the 27-yard line. So solid run, and that was all Wimberly.
It was all Wimberly, and just not not a lot of space, not a lot of room for him to run. There's not many holes right now for him to hit. He just has to, I believe, just stick your nose down, get what you can. I mean, if you put yourself in a manageable third down.
No question. 3rd down and 2 from the 28. Still 10 seconds on that play clock. And Falzone really patient here. And now the receivers are split on either side. Gets that one to Wimberly, needs the 2, and they're not going to be close. So now another 4th down, Matt.
It doesn't look like the punt team's coming out.
Now, do you just try to draw them offside, if not bang a timeout, or do you think they're really going here?
I mean, 2.5 minutes left in the third. I think you're trying to draw them off sides.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they decide to do, because this is a big play in the game at this point. 4th down and 2 from the 28-yard line. They're going. Here comes the pressure. Avoids the first one, and Falzone will go out of bounds, and he will indeed get a Stu Steyer's first down.
And he'll get 15 more at the end of that as they hit him out of bounds. That was the other thing, too. You have the legs of him in the backfield. So spread everybody out. Let the pass rush come, and then just find the seam.
Use your athleticism to get around him if you can. And you said you go from a 4th down and 2, you lose the ball, and Parkland's going to milk out some more clock. Instead, you're only almost at midfield.
Yeah, you're going to end up, I believe, right at midfield after the penalty walk-off.
Yep. So Nazareth, some new life. A quiet Parkland School District Stadium right now. And he's going to run again. And he will gain about 5 or 6, depending on where they spot this one. Again, you're 6'5". Those legs are long, right?
Yes.
Those strides, you're getting 3 strides, and you're getting downfield pretty quick.
And I think this isn't something that we saw a lot of tonight. Him using his legs more often.
And something talking to Tom, he said, he's been running, but we got to put him in a position where he's running because he wants to run, not because of this.
And that's so everybody wants a flag for a horse collar, but he didn't pull him back.
Nope. Well, take a look, Matt.
He does get up around the shoulders. He does get around there. He grabs the nameplate, but he pulls him forward.
So 3rd down and 16. Back to a long 3rd down opportunity. Falzone pumped once. Now avoids. Now just puts that one up. There's a lot of red on that side of the field, and that one incomplete. Closest player down there was Quach, and that's now 4th down. And Falzone was slow coming up after that play.
I think this last drive has really taken a toll on him with the sack, the running, and getting tackled.
Yeah, take a good look. Again, anytime you're the punter, there's always a possibility of something, but I don't think here. Here comes a big rush. He gets a good one off and gets a positive bounce. That's Lawrence from the 15. And Lawrence will go out of bounds. I'll say right around 35. Let's see where they mark this one.
And I think we're going to look at this. If my counting's right, I believe in that 3rd quarter, Nazareth ran 9 offensive plays. That's going to be tough. You have to sustain more offense if you can. You have to try to have more offense than that.
No, I mean, we're talking about that time of possession is all Parkland.
Mm-hmm.
Like by a big margin.
By a big margin, yes.
So inside 40 seconds to play. Parkland with the football and maintaining a 24-6 lead. And they will
And why
wait.
not?
Yep.
Why not?
Still running, still on his feet. You said it earlier. I mean,
he's doing everything.
He's been the difference, really.
Yes, he has. I mean, we were expecting Nazareth to bring a trick play, not Parkland.
Yep.
And here Parkland gets them again. That play action pass to start the other series, this play to start here, really going against the grain in what they're doing. Really doing a big difference of, hey, we're running the ball. Nope, not there. We're passing it.
Yep.
We're not running it there. We're bringing a reverse. Really keeping the defense off balance.
Now the horn sounds through 3, 1 to play, 24-6 Trojans. You're watching on D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
Interested in a medical career? Consider St. Luke's if you want to be a doctor or a nurse. Based in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, we are the area's only 4-year medical school and the largest provider of medical residencies and fellowships, and the country's longest-running school of nursing, trained at an organization that is nationally recognized in education, patient care, and quality. See why we are ranked the nation's #1 teaching hospital. Where you train matters. The best doctors and nurses train at the best hospitals. St. Luke's University Health Network.
St. Luke's Pediatrics is taking care of kids all over the Lehigh Valley and beyond. That's because we offer a full range of care, everything from the routine to the specialized. You'll find pediatric cardiology, neurology, general surgery, and much more. And all this amazing care is nearby. St. Luke's Pediatrics, caring for your future.
We are back. We go to the fourth, 24-6 Parkland. If you're just joining us for our D11Sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. Matt, your thoughts through 3?
What we thought coming into the game was Parkland was going to rely on their running game. And for the most part, they have. Guzman has made some nice passes, has gotten the ball down the field a little bit, but it's been their running game. It's been their time of possession. We wanted to know who was going to win the battle in the trenches. I don't think it's been a dominating battle, but I think over the course of the game, it's what Parkland thought was going to happen. They were going to be able to wear down this front line of Nazareth, and I think you're seeing that from probably the beginning of the third quarter to now.
Yeah, Naquan Thomason runs that one. You know, we saw a lot of T.J. Lawrence, Andrus. Keep saying they keep running and adding new players. I mean, look at the sidelines. You see 5 and 1 on the sidelines. They got these other players involved, and they're making, they're gaining 9 yards.
And you left out Leo Doberman. Mm-hmm. He's another one on one ankle. He's out there running. So there's a lot of weapons, but they don't have the caliber of like a Caleb Newsom, but collectively they're very good.
And they will move the chains for another Stu's Tires first down, and again on the carry was Naquan Thomason, the sophomore. So starting here, quarter number 4. First and 10 from the 40. Guzman will keep it on the ground. And Thomason again on the carry, not much there, and driven back into the ground.
I was just about to say, I think we're going to see a lot of Thomason the rest of this game, and they sub him out and bring back in T.J. Lawrence. Up 24-6, I think you could let Naquan Thomason gain some more confidence, gain some more reps, because you don't want Lawrence to take any kind of hit in a game that you're up 18. Right.
So second down 7 from the 37. Lawrence. And this time they get Lawrence down right around the 45, 46-yard line.
Still a lot of shuffling of players for Parkland. Going back to the wing or the wishbone set. Be interesting to see, do they come back with that play action again? 3rd and short, probably going for it on 4th down anyway. Look how tight everybody is.
And Thomason has the first down and more. Another Stu Steyer's first down. You said wearing him down. That's what they've been doing.
For Parkland, I think that's your mentality as a team. It has been for years. Just being able to lean on you, wear you down. Where they come into problems, their loss of freedom is a team that can do that back to them. And they don't wear down. You know, that's where you need to have your guys step up, make plays, make big plays.
Another carry and another big gain by number 26, and another Stu Steyer's first down, ready to maybe have the knockout punch right here.
I think it would be. I think really that knockout punch came when they went up 17 to 6. But you have to respect what Parkland's doing offensively.
First and goal from the 10. And it's been a lot of number 26 and in for the touchdown. So they worked them like Matt said they would, and Naquan Thomason, the sophomore, goes in from 10 yards, and Parkland has broken the game wide open.
And we'll see when we come back to the replay what a nice, patient run by Thomason. He's going to take the ball, go to the left side, hit up in the line, then cut back, and then you see him pop out to the right side of the screen, just being very patient in a lot of traffic.
So Thomason goes in from 10 yards. Extra point here for the Trojans. That one is up, and that one is good by Bell. And with 7:59 on the clock, Parkland has extended their lead to 31-6.
You had asked me a long time ago in this broadcast, how did I expect this game to go?
Mm-hmm.
And I said there's so many different ways. And for Parkland, I think it's going the way they wanted it to go. This is the way they expected the game to go. Maybe not score-wise, but they expected to be able to come in, control the line, run the ball, and chew up clock. Keep Peyton Falzone off the field as much as possible, and they've executed their game plan tonight.
Again, when you limit plays the way you do and limit touches, you're
right.
I mean, you said 9 plays total in the second half. That's
far. And we're 8 minutes left in the game. 4 minutes have come off the clock in the fourth quarter, and you're still single digits in offensive plays. And on top of that, Parkland has essentially taken Caleb Newsom, your most explosive threat offensively, out of the game.
Parkland band enjoying this one. And this one will be returned from the 1-yard line. Wimberly trying to avoid there and gets up to the 21-yard line, maybe the 20. He was close to
one tackle, right?
Yeah, he was close to breaking that one.
Because he had a hole over here that he could have come to then. And Wimberly has been a bright spot for Nazareth tonight with that screen pass that he took back, playing on defense, making some plays. But you look at the sideline and you can just see the Nazareth team looks like they've been in a battle tonight.
No doubt about that. Foul zone, they'll put it on the ground. Yeah, interesting the way this game started. Parkland Quickly 3 and out. Nazareth, 2 first downs back to back, and then a
fumble.
turnover. And right from there, the game just changed.
From there, it just went right into what Parkland wanted the game to be.
Yep.
I think you're right there.
You know, you said put that behind you, but it was Parkland just continuing to ball carrier after ball carrier, yards after yards, and they were eating up the clock from the beginning. And I think the concern, of course, you know, look at the offensive line for the Blue Eagles, and they're in a position here as we move forward. They get Pleasant Valley at home next week. Then they get 2 games back-to-back. They're pretty big games. At Liberty, at Bethlehem Catholic.
Their next 5 games are
huge.
A rough schedule.
Northampton at home, and then at Easton to end things. Falzone has a lot of room on that far side. He's going to get a block, and he's going to try to move upfield. Now makes a big turn and gets to the outside. This is where he's dangerous, and he's going to still power forward. And there's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure if this is going to be – I thought I saw a block in the back, but I didn't see a flag come out when I saw it. But we talked to Coach Monsman before the game. How do you defend against Peyton Falzone in the pocket? Well, you rush his upside hip, his back hip, his deep shoulder. And you can see here Dominic Martich just goes for that one jab step up, and then in 2 steps, he's right around you. And I think right there is the block in the back. And that's the flag does come in right then. So that's going to negate a big pickup by Peyton Falzone.
I want to thank everybody watching our live stream tonight. Mason Messinger, one of our announcers from Nazareth, taking in the game tonight. Has it on his 99-inch screen. By the way, I did see a 98-inch screen at Costco yesterday.
Oh, my goodness.
I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, I couldn't get anything less than 100, so I'm going to wait. 3rd down and 5 from the 27. Falzone again. And this time he's got a lot of room. And he tries to make the turn again. He gets tripped up. He'll get a Stu's Tires first down. That's his biggest run of the game. Stops the clock momentarily at the 6:12 mark. You know, something special about our live streams is people that can't be here, whether it's grandparents, whoever they are from afar. Taylor Monsman, she's at High Point. And, she's coaching down there at High Point. And she has a chance to watch this. And interesting, one of our student reporters, Chase Eller, he's a freshman now at High Point. So we'll get those two together. That'll be a great story.
Hey, we get some broadcasting of the High Point girls lacrosse.
There you go. .5:30 and counting. 2nd down and 3 from the 37. Falzone to throw, and he goes far side looking for a receiver. And had it momentarily, then gets popped out. And he was looking in the direction there of DePietro, who's been targeted a lot tonight.
And I have to say, DePietro made a nice adjustment for the ball, and I thought he had it coming back. But the Parkland defender looked like it was number 7, Blake Nasseri. He punches up through the ball and knocks it out.
Northwestern Lehigh stays perfect. They get a win against Lehighton tonight, 42-7. Falzone, a little dump. That down the shoelaces, but it's enough to get another Stu's Tires first down as that's Jacob Angione.
That was another screen pass. Had success tonight with the screen pass twice now. Just against that pass rush, it is the equalizer, but just hasn't been enough to slow them down.
Keep that on the ground. Down to 4:45 on the clock.
Tell you the one thing that's nice about watching games here.
It's Justin Corsa. Excuse me, not Justin Corsa. Justin Corsa's the father. That's Sammy. Sammy Corsa, sorry. Photos by Sammy there. And, Sammy Corsa, an 8th grader, does a great job. He was at the state championship games. You're talking about kids, getting in that creativity. You're in 7th, 8th grade, and you're getting that opportunity. It's pretty awesome.
Yes. I was just going to mention about, we don't see this very often anymore, but playing on the natural turf, playing on the grass field, the nostalgia of that. Parkland, one of few in the Lehigh Valley that still has the natural turf.
One of very few. Some time to throw. Middle part. One-on-one coverage, and that one's intercepted but out of bounds.
Let's see. I think if you're Parkland, do you decline this holding penalty?
I think so.
If that's what the flag was for. Yes. I think you decline it, take your 4th down.
Yep, and then, so you run the clock out and go home with a victory. We talked about the Nazareth Blue Eagles schedule. Take a look at Parkland. They go to Allen next week. Then they get Deerfield, so they get both Allentown teams. At Central Catholic, a game that we'll have on D11 Sports. And then Whitehall home, and then at Emmaus. That game against Central Catholic will be at J. Bernie Crum. Third down and 26. They'll try to get half of that back if they can. And completion made by Newsom.
Oh, so they took the penalty then.
Is that the first catch by Newsom?
That's the first catch by Newsom. It's his 2nd touch of the game.
So now I'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down and 8 from the 22. Foul zone. Little quick pass. It's funny because I wasn't sure where that was going.
I thought they were looking to get it deeper out to the side.
That was
Zelikowski.
And I thought they were looking maybe for Quach.
I agree with you. I thought it was looking at Quach. But the way foul zone threw it, though, didn't look like it was going to reach him.
There. Right, I agree. But he was wide open. So Parkland will take over here on downs.
And I think we're probably 4 to 5 plays away.
Yes.
Need to get at least 1 first down, I would say.
Parkland will keep attacking on the ground. And they'll get 8 or 9. Shout out to Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com.
So you said Matheson, not Madsen.
That's correct.
Which
Mark Mattson is the superintendent here at Parkland.
Former administrator at Nazareth as well.
Correct. And his son,
Cooper,
plays for Nazareth. That's an interesting conversation at the dinner table.
That's got to be, yes.
And with that, shout out to our timeout sponsor, who we just told you about. That's Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's Matheson, MATHESON gas.com. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out d11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at d11sports.com. First down sponsor tonight, brought to you by Stu's Tire Center, located at 3930 Independence Drive in Schnecksville. In need of new tires, a wheel alignment, or an oil change, stop by Stu's Tire Center or give them a call at 610-799-4298. Locally owned since 1981. Crowd starting to clear out here at Parkland.
Well, Liberty is going to stay atop the
Wow.
6A classification. At the end of 3, they were up 35-0 over Deeriff.
So the mercy rule will go into effect there. And here another Stu's Tires first down. And Parkland as a team, that time on the carry was Caleb Corsa. Corsa, a 5'9", 180-pound junior. Corsa coming into the game, rushing-wise, 18 of 91. He's averaging 5 yards a clip, and he's got 2 touchdowns.
Scoring 21 straight points. Easton takes the lead over Emmaus, 21-14.
Wow.
End of the third.
Parkland has just dominated on the ground, and that's an understatement. And another Stu's Tires first down by Corsa. Doesn't matter who's getting the football right now. They continue to move those chains.
They do, and it's just execution, like we said. They developed a game plan. They, like Coach Monson said, Thursday he felt they were in a good place mentally with the game plan. They felt they were prepared. They had a good practice, and they were ready to come out tonight and execute that game plan. And you're seeing, I believe, the culmination of that tonight.
First and 10 from the 47-yard line. And we get a flag.
And I think we're going to have a legal substitution. Parkland had 12 guys.
You can't do that, Matt.
Greg Moser he took an extra second to count just to make sure before he threw that. He saw the guy running off, but he wanted to make sure.
Matt taking a trip up to Happy Valley tomorrow, taking a Penn State game. My brother-in-law David, who's here with me tonight, opportunity for him and coming in from Florida to come into a game and take on Kent State. We'll see what happens there. Kent State lost to Tennessee last week, 71-0.
Ooh.
So I don't know much your
But
game.
you're gonna have nice weather though.
Yeah,
great weather.
Should be great. And back on the ground and driving forward. And inside a minute left.
Looks like all we have here, one more knee.
Yep.
One knee to end the game, and then handshakes and player of the game. I mean, you talk about players of the game, what way you go with it. So interesting, like how you look at it. It's just got to be somebody who changes the game quickly.
Yeah, that's it. Those happens. A handoff here goes to Julius Silva, second time for the sophomore, and that's going to be enough. Parkland at home after beating Pleasant Valley. They have now won 3 in a row. They win this one by a final score of 31-6. As they'll go and they'll shake hands. And while we wait, Whitehall had a 10-7 lead against Northampton, and Northampton ran away with it 34-10.
Yes.
We'll get Northampton
just the second
on Thursday.
Half. Second half, they played well. See if Dave's doing his job down there.
Yep. Dave's talking to Tim McGorry right now from St. Luke's Sports Medicine. And Dave's trying to find AJ right now. So we wait. (31-6). Again, I think coach is going to want to talk to his players first, and then we'll get them. So we'll take you through the scoring while we have the opportunity, and we'll keep it on the screen as well. All right, so Parkland, TJ Lawrence got the fumble recovery first, and then ended up getting a 5-yard touchdown by Lawrence. That came at the 5:10 mark. They gave Parkland a 7-0 lead. Peyton Falzone then hit Marcus Wimberly, who ended up going 55 yards for a touchdown. They missed the extra point. Parkland led 7-6. That was your score after 1 quarter of play. A 33-yard field goal by Doug Bell made it 10-6. That came with 9 seconds left on the clock. And your score at the half was 10-6 in favor of the Trojans. We went to the third quarter, and Adams had a great return. Matt, that really kind of changed the dynamics of this game.
I think it did. That absolutely did.
He changed the dynamics of the game. It ended up leading to a 3-yard touchdown run by Reed Andrus, made it 17-6 in favor of Parkland. Then Adams comes up with an INT right after that, and eventually leading to a Leo Dauberman 1-yard touchdown run. That made it 24-6. And then Naquan Thomason went 10 yards, 31-6. And that is your final score. So with the win, Parkland improves to 4-1. They get Allen next on the road. I'd like to see that. That's team coming together right there, isn't it not?
Yes, it is.
And for Nazareth, they will be hosting Pleasant Valley next week at home. And right now, we're going to go down on the field in a second. A.J. Monsman is down on the field with our player of the game. A.J.?
Thanks, guys. Down here with Nas Adams here. Nas, great game today. Explosive return, interception. How do you feel coming off a big win like this?
I feel amazing, man. We prepared for this, and so we expected this outcome.
Yeah, you talk about expecting it. You guys both lost to Freedom. Kind of similar teams here coming in, but a big margin of victory, 31-6. What did you guys do, preparation-wise to get ready for Nazareth?
Came every day in practice, worked hard, and did our job.
Nas, I appreciate it. Hey, great game. You're the D11 Sports Player of the Game.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, A.J. Great job on that interview. And we'll wait here and hopefully see if we can get Tim Monsman as well. 31-6 is your score as a final. Matt, your overall thoughts here?
When you put the game down, you both teams coming in 3-1, heavyweights in the Lehigh Valley, the EPC. The two teams don't always match up in style, and you can see that play out at times. And you don't want to take away from the win that Parkland has had here tonight. But at the same time, you do have Nazareth, who is banged up, who they have to get healthy. They have to get prepared to move forward, and they have a brutal schedule coming up. But I think this is what we expect when we see Parkland play. We expect them to wear down players. We expect them to wear down teams and pull out victories like this.
Well, this is, I feel, something special here. A.J. Monsman interviewing his dad, Tim Monsman, after a victory. Go ahead, A.J.
Guys, down here with Coach Monsman, coach or dad. I don't know what it is. 31-6, big margin of victory, two similar teams. What did you guys do coming into the game to prepare well and come out on top?
They give us so much to prepare for on defense. We tried to cover it all, but we wanted to keep them in the pocket. We did a pretty good job of that, and I thought our secondary was outstanding today, locking on receivers when he scrambled. But I think the big difference in this game was our offensive line. They've been good but not great. They had a great week of practice, challenged each other, and came out here and we were able to run the ball.
Yeah, definitely were. And, some body blows in the first half, grinded it out 10-6 going into half, come out with the big punt return, then the interception the next drive, and kind of grinded them from there. What did you talk about at halftime? What were your halftime adjustments like?
Made a couple of adjustments. We put in a front where we kicked it to the left to try and get him scrambled the other way, so he was thrown across his body. And offensively, we just shored up a few blocking schemes and got after it. There wasn't much to say. Kids were pumped up.
Hey, thanks, Dad. Congrats on the rest, or good luck on the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Guys, great game. Back to you.
All right, AJ, thanks a lot. That's just something special right there.
Yes, it is. And to see Dave Lesko there, too.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the big ticket tonight.
Yeah, that's just something special. I mean,
Yes.
I love seeing that. I think that's fantastic.
And the human side of it is Coach Mossman, or do I call Dad?
Dad. Yeah, right.
We're going to have dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
What are we getting after the game?
Actually, what are we getting after the game?
I'm
We got a
hungry,
victory.
Dad.
I'm starving. I just came from college.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, all right, so we're going to see Nazareth down the road against Northampton. We're going to see Parkland down the road against Central Catholic. We know these two teams will be in the mix. But tonight, it was a little bit different, more one-sided. Those injuries came into play, but as Coach said, the line came into play as well.
They did. And like he said, they had a great week of practice. And it wasn't that, again, I'm not going to say they dominated the line in the trenches, but they did their job. And they did their job above and beyond what they have so far this season. So for Coach Monsman and their offensive staff, they have to be ecstatic about what they saw out of their offensive line tonight.
Well, that'll do it for tonight. Final score, once again, 31-6. Parkland wins it. They go to 4-1. Nazareth, the loss, goes to 3-2. For Sean Riley, Sports Fan Base Network. For Dave Micah down the field. For A.J. Monsman, we welcome him back here. A great interview with his dad as well. For Matt Avancho, we'll see him back, but we'll see him in stripes on Thursday and then back in the mix at Cottingham on Friday. That'll do it tonight. Enjoy their weekend as well. You've been watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Final score, once again, Parkland wins it 31-6. Have a great night, everyone.